There is only one car that looks good in yellow. Speed Yellow 993. Speed Yellow 993 is a great looking yellow car. You know why they painted all taxi cabs yellow? It's so you could see them. And you know why you can see them? Because they're yellow?
Visibility.
Because no one else buys yellow cars because they're disgusting. Hey guys, welcome to Overcrest. I'm Kris.
And I'm Jake.
Jake, what do you think of when you think of the 70s? Like what do you think of? Like what's, kind of what's because neither one of us were alive.
The rug that we recently saw. That is what I think of when I think of the 70s.
Well, I completely disagree on that, and we'll get there. I think of like disco and Jimi Hendrix and kind of trippy cartoons with lots of flowers, and this is 60s too, but I guess the early
Beatles
70s
really like bad era and like just
overrated music, like the Rolling Stones, were really popular. But from like a car perspective, the 70s were rough. It was not the stylized disco lit version that people sell to everybody now. I want to take a second to talk about
mandates.
Yeah.
And
I want to talk about the real 70s here for a second. The real 70s.
Let's hear it.
All right,
just choked. Just
yes.
These were all the engines. Just
you could be into that, but not if you're an engine. It's so good.
No one wants that.
By 1973, America was bleeding. Inflation hit nearly 12%. You guys think it's bad now?
Oh.
12%. I mean, I think they were saying here was like 18%, but the numbers were getting fudged. You know what I mean? Like no one was telling the truth and what the...
Dude, that looks sweet though. Look at all the cars and the styling. It's great.
I don't mind 70s. I don't mind 70s styling. I think it's great. But the 70s performance was rough, right? It was
kind of abysmal.
It was rough.
Yeah, for various reasons.
Mortgage rates, for all the complaining we do, was pushing 9 and then 10 and then 11%. However, when my dad likes to talk to me about this, he goes, "Yeah, my interest rates were like 11% when I bought my first house."
What was the earning potential per capita?
Yeah, the earning of how much the house cost based on your income ratio was way different. You jerk. Anyway, the average family's paycheck was shrinking month to month. Gas that cost just 36 cents a gallon in 72 doubled in 1 year. By the winter of 1974, people were sitting in line for hours just to buy 10 gallons of gas. Their engines were off. They were shivering, watching the numbers spin on a pump they could barely afford to reach. In some cities, you could only fill up on even or odd days, depending on the last digit of your license plate. Gas stations closed on Sundays. Neon, out-of-gas signs lit up like tombstones along the road.
So can you tell us a little bit about the cause of that? That was the OPEC embargo, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of the mid-70s.
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't do the research, but it was...
I think if I were to speculate, and this is just, I don't have a huge grasp of geopolitics in the late 60s, early 70s.
I'm gonna Google quick.
Yeah, go ahead. However, I'm going to speculate that it had something to do with going off the gold standard is a lot of what it was doing and fighting with geopolitics in that way. Because up until
you're wrong. You're totally wrong.
Okay, well, let me get... Well, all right, fine. I still
let me continue with my terrible speculation that I know is not right.
So the United States went completely off the gold standard in the late 60s, early 70s. I don't know the exact day, but Nixon did it. And what that meant was, prior to this, if you were France, you could bring a ship over and go and collect your gold, turn your dollars in, load your ship up with gold, and take it home. And we went off there like, okay, well, we don't have enough gold to do that anymore. Sorry, you're going to have to turn your ship around and go back to France. So I'm guessing that there was a lot of geopolitical tensions around the economy and the gold standard and the dollar being the reserve currency for the world that may have had something to do with this. Now, tell me how I'm wrong so that I can somehow parlay into what I just said being right.
Yeah, and try to justify that you were right. Yes. So 1973 is officially when the oil embargo / the oil crisis started. And this was basically, it began with the Yom Kippur War. That's and then so basically we were supporting our ally, which was Israel, and a lot of the other local Arab exporting countries and regimes did not like that, did not agree with that. And so the Organization of Arab Petroleum Exporting Countries, OAPEC, declared the oil embargo.
We talked about in one of the history episodes you did about how British Petroleum came in and like funded all of the oil drilling at that time, and then contractually wanted to keep doing it, and they got in a big fight and everybody got angry.
Yeah, I do recall that. I don't remember which episode, but yeah, it's the British Petroleum. Yeah, it was basically all of
Amoco too.
Yes, that's true. But so like when OPEC, all the Arab petroleum countries, when they embargoed it and kind of shut their doors to us, then the broader OPEC basically raised prices to kind of fill the gap. And so things got way too expensive, and the entire supply then, of course, became with shortages and everything else. The embargo ended in 1974 after the first Arab-Israeli disengagement agreement. But OPEC continued to cut production, leading to further price surge and making the start of the energy crisis.
Yeah, there was a lot of consternation back then. We pretty much, America and the Western world pretty much came in and started making it possible to produce the oil in the first place. And I'm sure there was a lot of geopolitical tension on what you're owed. If you go over to someone's house and you help them, put the carpet in, you might as well invite them over for dinner. And if you never invite them over for dinner, even though you help them renovate their living room, that's not really good. Good
I feel like I thought this was a personal reference or an attack, and I was like, wait, you never helped me renovate my living room? Okay, good. This isn't me. Okay.
No, I did help
Sometimes the analogies are a little too close to home.
I would like everybody to know that I did help Jake move, and he did not help me move. True. That's correct. True story.
Yes.
True story. All right. So don't help Jake move.
Justification for that.
Don't help Jake move. If Jake ever moves, don't help him.
That's the moral of the story. All right. Thanks, guys. This was Overcrest.
Wealth inequality. If you think it's bad now, back then it was raw. The middle class was being gutted in real time. Factories were closing. The stock market was in free fall. We know inflation was high. The optimism of the 50s and 60s, which was born from the booming post-war economy, the GI Bill, cheap fuel, suburban growth, and the belief that technology could solve anything had burned off. And all that was left was the hangover. The American dream had a leaky roof and overdue bills taped to their fridge. But if you were a car person, the pain hit even harder. Overnight, performance was a dirty word. Engines shriveled, compression dropped, horsepower ratings fell by half. Smog pumps, EGR valves, catalytic converters, everything was a muzzle. Car magazines went from celebrating speed to printing fuel economy charts. Enthusiasts who grew up on the sound of big blocks and Webers were now buying hatchbacks and praying they could still find premium fuel. Across the Atlantic, Europe was not doing much better. Britain was on a 3-day work week. Germany's industrial machine was slowing down. Still fragile only 30 years after the World War II, they were rebuilding its economy and its identity with massive help from American money through the Marshall Plan. Because without that, let's be honest, there might not have been much of an economy left to rebuild at all. Any Germans listening, you're welcome. Porsche, seriously, you're welcome. We don't get enough credit for that. I know it's a long time ago, but come on. Porsche and Volkswagen both felt the strain. Porsche was still small at that time, building about 10,000 cars a year. The 911 was their soul, but it was not their future. It was expensive to make, stubborn to modernize, and vulnerable in a world suddenly obsessed with efficiency.
Are you going to get to the story about the line on the wall? Do you have the line on the wall story?
No, you can interrupt me.
Oh, come on.
That's an 80s story. That's a late 80s, early 90s story. That's not a 70s story. We're in the 70s, Jake. You're saying
it was like 78.
No. This
I'm gonna look it up. Okay, well,
fine.
Are you at least going to talk about the Clean Air Act, like smog requirements, or what happened there? What the whole reason? Like, why were cars choked?
No,
like that's
yes.
Why.
Well, they were because of emissions requirements. Well, this is not an episode about smog, Jake.
Well, okay, fine. Some of us like context.
I'm getting there. Will you just be quiet for a second? We all know that 911 was Porsche's soul, but it was not their future. It was stubborn to modernize and vulnerable in a world suddenly obsessed with efficiency. The 914 partnership with Volkswagen had run its course, and there was no affordable car left in Porsche's lineup. Volkswagen, meanwhile, was staring down its own cliff. The Beetle, once a miracle, was dying. Even back then, people must have known the Super Beetle was junk. The Golf hadn't yet proven itself, and they needed a new image, something to say VW could build more than simple people's cars. So, who did they turn to? That's right, Porsche. In 1972, the two companies inked a deal. Porsche would design a new sports coupe for Volkswagen, a modern front-engine car using Audi parts. It would be cheap to build, easy to service, and refined enough to compete with Japanese imports that were quietly eating everyone's lunch. Inside Porsche, the project was codenamed EA425. It wasn't meant to be a Porsche at all. It was supposed to be a Volkswagen Halo car, a spiritual replacement for the Karmann Ghia and a sibling in spirit to the Scirocco that would soon define Volkswagen's sporty side. Porsche engineers did what they always did, over-delivered. The project's styling was led by Harm Lage, a Dutch designer working under Anatole Lepine, who shaped its clean wedge profile that still looks modern today. They gave it a transaxle in the rear for perfect balance, a clean shape, and a cockpit that felt expensive for the money.
Weight distribution, Chris. Not just perfect balance, 50-50 front and rear axles.
That would be what perfect balance is, Jake.
100%.
It's redundant.
Perfect.
That's like saying yes, yes.
Perfect. Yes, yes.
And then, as we know, came the oil crisis. OPEC cut production, and within months of the cost of crude quadrupled. The lineouts of the gas station, as we know, got long. So, a sports car in this economy? No. VW canceled it. And just like that, Project EA425 was scrapped. But Porsche could not afford to lose it. They had already poured millions into development. The tooling was ready. The engineering was done.
Wow.
Killing it meant not just losing time, but survival. So they made a deal with Volkswagen. Porsche would buy the rights back, use the existing Audi production line, and sell the car under their own badge. And in 1976, that's exactly what they did. And the EA425 got a new name, the 924.
Yeah.
A front-engine water-cooled Porsche with an Audi engine and Volkswagen parts, built in an Audi factory. It was everything the purists said Porsche would never, ever do, and it worked. They sold around 150,000 of these things. For every 911 Porsche built in those years, they sold about 2.5 to 3 of these. The car everyone called a sellout kept the company alive. It brought in younger buyers, steadied the cash flow, and funded the development of the 944, the 959, and even the 911 Carrera that purists would later praise. If you bought a 911 in the 70s, you were doing pretty well. You had a good job, a mortgage, probably a tennis membership. But if you bought the car that started as EA425, you're probably crawling your way up. You wanted a Porsche, but you wanted to keep the lights on too. You lived in the same world as everyone else, where money was tight, gas was expensive, and nothing felt certain. This was Porsche's lifeline. And that's kind of the irony of the 924. It wasn't the car Porsche dreamed of building. It was the car that saved them from disappearing. It is the Boxster of the 70s.
100%.
Really. You think about it, right? This car, it's funny when you think of what everybody loves from the 911, right? Everybody loves the 911. They won't shut the up about the 911, right? Yeah, the Porsche 911 is the greatest thing ever. But it almost tanked the company three or four times. And yet it's still what everybody lauds. And it was never what kept the company afloat, ever. Never.
No.
It's always the Cayenne and the 996 and the Boxster and the 924 and the 944. Yeah, there it is in a really nice color. So, why, Jake? Why are we talking about the 924?
Because may have what?
Because Chad Erickson at Newgate School, which, by the way, I want to take a second to talk about. First of all, Chad's been a longtime friend of ours and one of the first Drivers Club members ever in this. I think I'm like number one.
He was one of the first sponsors of
the
podcast too.
He was,
right?
Back when SCI Performance was around, which is,
It's been
has a very special
years
place
now.
in my heart. You know, me and the boys used to hang out every Friday night there, and I really
That was the first time I met you. I
miss it.
think was at SCI.
Probably
Eons ago.
eons.
At one of the like Friday night hangs or F1 showings.
So he moved on from the shop, and he is an instructor now at Newgate, and it's a great place. It's you can take your car, you donate it, and they have kids there that they teach how to fix the cars, and then they place them in jobs. It's fantastic. I love their that's kind of the boiled down thing, but I love their message. I love their journey. I love their creed. And anyway, so I get a message from Chad. Hey, we have a car over here. Would you want to see it? I said, I'll see it. And he sends me a text message of the car, and I'll let Mrs. Producer pull up a picture of what this car was.
Wait,
and
so you had first inside knowledge before
I had first inside knowledge.
Okay.
And because I am such a good friend,
knew it was
the
coming.
first person I thought of to saddle this problem with was you. And the main reason I thought of this is why?
Because it's yellow, Chris. Look, it's a yellow Porsche. Dude,
what
it looks
is
so shiny there? It's so good.
It looks so good.
So good.
The thing has more
so
orange peel than an award-winning orange from Florida. Like if you pick the orange that was the most orange from Florida, it would have less orange peel in this car.
I love it. It's so great. Do you know what I'm going to touch up some of the paint is I'm going to find a Rust-Oleum yellow that like is close, and I'm just going to keep it in the car. That's going to be my touch up.
That sounds like actually a pretty good idea. The thing to do with this car is as little as possible.
Yes, lower it on it. Yep. Bumpers, we're going to do probably some suspension work, needs shifter bushings for sure. Make it really nice to drive. Probably clean up the interior a bit. Maybe put a 944 exhaust on it because they bolt up and give you like 20 horse. And then just drive the piss out of it.
Yes, I think it would be a fun car for you to take on the rally or something like that.
I think that's kind of my plan is, whatever our first event of the year may be, this will probably be the car there.
Yes, well, it's got a decent interior. It's pretty nice. And of course, I have a question for you.
Okay.
I don't understand the yellow car thing. Because you're buying a yellow Cayenne, you've had a yellow 996, you've got there is only one car that looks good in yellow. Let me see here. Let me think, just to clarify this, I'm not two cars. Ferrari 250 GTO looks great in yellow.
Because they made one of them.
Yeah, it looks great in yellow. It's a good looking car. It's tough, but you could probably paint that car like polka dots.
You get like literally that could be poop brown. It'd be like, oh, that's the best color of that car.
It's true. It's a really beautiful. The other is a speed yellow 993. Speed yellow 993 is a great looking yellow car. That's it. There are no other yellow cars.
Yellow Porsches.
No. Just a 993 speed yellow 993. That's it. Everything else is a taxi cab. Is there something about yellow paint that's cheap? Is it like cheap paint to produce? Is why are all cabs yellow? Obviously, you can see them, but they could paint them red. You know why they painted all the taxi cabs? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know why they painted all taxi cabs yellow? It's so you could see them. And you know why you can see them? Because they're yellow? Because no one else buys yellow cars because they're disgusting. It's disgusting.
You're disgusted.
Okay, so I've got the point across of how I feel about yellow cars. Why? Tell me the yellow car situation. What's wrong with you?
Do you want to know the dead honest truth?
Yes.
You ready? This is hold on. I don't like them either.
It's Nikki, isn't it?
Yeah. And now it's just become a shtick, so like I have to just keep with it.
So why does she like yellow cars? What's the
only reason I like the yellow is because it is so rare. Like I like rare models of things.
Well, the car is not always. It was red.
Why?
They made yellow ones.
Yeah, no, this is a terrible example of it. 100% agree. Yes.
Why does Nikki love yellow cars? Is it because of that RS4?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. No idea.
Odd.
I think she thought it was. She's a very like boisterous, and very. I'm trying to think how to say like gaudy and obnoxious from a style perspective, but nicely and like say it very like in an endearing way. So whatever that is.
Loud.
Insert chat GPT.
Loud.
Yeah, loud. She's loud.
Visually,
she's a very bubbly personality.
Loud,
She likes that. Yeah, exactly. So there was first the yellow RS4. and then there was a yellow 996 Turbo, and then there was a yellow S5, and then I feel like there's at least one more yellow car that we don't have accounted for.
The Cayenne that you haven't purchased yet that you're going to get, right?
Probably still, yeah.
How is that thing like? I guess nobody else is going to buy it, so I guess you don't have to move quickly.
Exactly. It's perfect. Yeah, just collect them all the yellow Porsches. Let's go. So, yeah, I'm excited about this thing, Chris.
Why?
I don't know. Because the last thing I need is another project to like not be able to have the time to work on.
All your stuff works for whatever reason. Everything runs. You don't have a project. So you say another project. You don't have another car project right now. You have lots of house projects, but
I have a lot of house projects, and I have a lot of like to-do lists for each of the vehicles. Like I have things I want to do for each of them that I just haven't gotten to.
Yeah, you were telling me your 911 handles terribly.
Yeah, I got at the 911. I have to probably do bushings and wheel bearings and all of the things, and then the truck. I wanted to put the carbs on there. I have all the parts for it. It's just not. It's there. And then I don't know. There's other things, but whatever. Instead, let's buy this. Yeah,
let's buy this. So we get over there. You've committed to buy this. You're buying this.
Oh yeah, I told him. Yeah. So okay, literally, you sent me the text with Chad and sent the picture, and I was like, "Yellow Porsche, done, sold. I'll take it." And so yeah, committed. And
was there even an amount described at that time? There wasn't, right?
Yes, there was. And I was like, yeah, okay, easy, done. Let's go.
It's a solid deal. It's a solid deal.
Yeah,
you can put some money into it, and because it doesn't run,
and be fine.
It might run. It's never been tried.
Run. I think it might run.
Yeah, it's CIS.
You know what usually what the main problem is on those cars is the fuel pump relay, because it's a very weird system where it needs to have crank sensor in order to run the fuel pump. It was
because it needs to sense ignition. That's not weird or unique. Volkswagen, everything had that. Was CIS.
No, because usually when you turn the key to run, you hear the fuel pump start.
No.
This will not go fuel pump until you get crank signal.
No, that's not true. Most cars of like Volkswagen and stuff are like this. Like if you turn the key on, it goes, and it just primes, and then it stops. And then when you crank, it'll sense that the engine. That's so if you roll the car over or get into an accident, the fuel isn't just like pouring at 150 psi into a giant fireball.
But that's fine.
Well, yeah, that's because I've got it wired like that. You know, I've got it wired where the key on is just on. So
we don't
it's
have
just
a crank sensor either. So
you know what I do? You know, I bet there's a way, because I know like a regular SD
sensor.
Well, I have a hall sensor, which would work.
Oh, what does that fire?
The hall sensor is what tells the. That's
what I have from the distributor. You could run it off of the distributor hall sensor.
Yeah, you could say, there's a signal from the ignition. The ignition is on. It is doing something. The coil is charged. You can run the fuel pump if you want to. Yeah, right. You could figure some way to. Well, the SCs don't just run the pump. They just they know that they.
No, you're right. Anyways, that's usually what is wrong is just the relay, and so because it's hard to diagnose.
Well, every rabbit I ever had
there and feel What?
Hold on a second.
Holding.
Oh, it just wants me to stop clicking my pen, and she gave me
So you have a stress ball instead?
I guess. She came all the way down here. Mrs. Producer came all the way down here to give me a grape. Was it that bad?
When
it's produced, you'll never hear that. That's the thing, is you'll never hear. Nobody knows what we're talking about because they don't hear it on the produced version of the show. Hopefully. Anyway, so you've committed to buying this thing. We've seen all the pictures. Now it's very. Here's the thing. It's very, very clean. It is yellow when it used to be red. However, it's like super nice. No rust on the floors. Nothing. So it's kind of a fun one to do something with. And of course, I get over there, and what do I see? Like 20 feet away from this.
Boy, we saw all sorts of things.
I know. I did. This is. What do we got? What do we got coming up here? This is the interior of the other thing that we saw.
Which the like college professor tweed jacket interior,
and there it is.
Upholstery
right there.
Is so cool. I've never seen that as a Porsche fabric.
No, I wonder if it was redone or something. Someone will know.
But the front seats match too. So anyways, a very clean 944.
Yes.
That you said you wanted to basically commiserate with me and both have transaxle cars at the same time.
We'll be trans bros. It's trans bros.
Yeah, the trans bros.
The trans bros.
Exactly.
Transaxle bros.
That's exactly what we're doing.
So there's that car, and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have to make a decision by Wednesday, and
yes, because that's when I'm going back to pick up the yellow car.
Yes, and I don't know. Because first of all, I've permanently lost the keys to my W124.
This is the reason you need another car, is because you can't find the keys to your other car. That is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. What?
Yeah, I can't find
First
my
of all,
keys.
you would lose your head if it wasn't attached.
It's true.
You lose so much crap all the time.
I know. I'm going a million miles an hour all the time, and I set things down and continue on. I will go 10 feet and then decide to do something else within the first 3 feet of it.
They have medication for that, Chris.
Yep, but definitely not doing that.
Anyways,
so I don't know if I want to.
So you need another car because you can't find your keys. That I love that rationale. Yeah.
Yes, it's. I mean, it's the price is fine. This isn't like a, oh my gosh, it's, you know, so it's not like I'm buying it to flip it or anything like that. So it's,
no,
I was thinking that I would get this car and then potentially scout the rally with it.
Yep.
Scout the rally, which I almost said where I was going there for like just a microsecond.
I noticed. I was like, hold on, how about just, you know, first event.
So I want to maybe pick it up for that. Because I don't want to scout in the W124. I don't want to scout in my truck. I don't want to scout in the 911 again. You know, I would do the rally in the 911 because it's already been scouted. But some of the places I've gone are pretty rough. I mean, they're pretty hard on cars, like driving through rivers and in logging roads, and snow.
That's pretty ridiculous.
And I still want to take a car. Like I could take the Trooper and be totally fine anywhere I went.
Yeah.
But I kind of don't want to. I want the challenge. I want the mystery. I want to maybe be stranded. You know, I want to maybe.
Right. Well,
maybe.
Here's the good news, Chris, is that you'll never actually be stranded, even when you're in the middle of nowhere, because if you have OnX Outdoors, it's the best app for navigating, scouting your next rally, your next adventure, whatever it may be. They have over 750,000 miles of trails, roads, offline maps. So even if you're going somewhere without cell service, you can explore without worrying about it. It has
I
ratings,
actually used this software yesterday. Me and my friend Jason went up and we were kind of looking at some property line stuff and just kind of wandering around in the woods and like, well, where's this stop and where's that stop? We're like looking at the little compass of ourself on the map. We can see like where we walked and stuff. It was super useful. Usually I use it for scouting and finding roads and stuff like that, but being able to know exactly who owns what property around is really a cool feature.
Cool.
This too.
Yeah. It's interesting. I've had several like contractors and people out for the property for various things, and they all have this to basically see where their property lines are. And like, it's super handy and useful beyond just navigating, but it is great for that. It has different layers that you can engage. You know, you have cell service. You can know where you're going to be out of cell service. They have wildfire layers. You can avoid, you know, treacherous, dangerous areas.
There you go. Route
builder, waypoint marking, real-time updates, route sharing. You're basically fully equipped for any adventure, and you can try it for free for 7 days to hit the road with confidence. Download OnX Offroad today. Okay, so this is going to be the scouting adventure.
Yeah, I'll scout maybe in this thing. I feel like I'm perpetually disappointed by 944s every time I drive one, though. So I'm a little bit, because I've driven a bunch. I've driven your 951, which was quick, except it didn't hold boost, but it was quick. It was. And I love the driving position. I love the way they look.
Did you not drive it when it was like fully dialed in?
No, I did not.
Really?
No, I never drove it.
That's sad. Okay.
Yeah, I never got around to it, I guess.
Oh.
But I'm always perpetually disappointed. I'm like, here we go. It's a Porsche. And then you're kind of like,
Yeah.
oh, it's really slow, and you want it because it's, it's got the flares and it's got the look, and you're sitting in it, and the gauges are right there, and you're kind of like slung back, and it's got one of the best driving positions of any car that I've ever been in. It feels great when you're in that car. When you're in that car and the cluster's there, the shifter's in the right spot, everything's laid out really, really well. It is really good for driving.
It is. My only gripe with the driving position is, one, they never put a tilt column in. So, like, it's always awkward getting... The steering wheel is, like, in your lap on all of those transaxle cars. And the other thing is I don't like the e-brake handle being on the left. Those are my only two gripes about the driving position.
I don't really care about the e-brake handle. I use that very infrequently. I'm not trying to pull the e-brake.
It seems like it should be in the center, but there's a transmission tunnel there. So, or torque tube tunnel.
Yeah,
to be
I don't really care about that.
Anyways,
and I'm sitting much farther away from the steering wheel than you are, so I might not have an issue with that as well.
much further. Yeah, like
so. I'm going to probably go back and forth about 150,000 times.
Oh, I know you will.
Actually buy this thing or not. So I was going to have you.
Do you want me to try to sell you on it or not sell you?
Both.
On it?
Let's try sell me on the car.
All right. Here's why that thing is great. It is super clean. It is
like really clean.
Quantity.
No rust.
It is extremely
It runs.
clean. Like
needs
underneath, it's super clean. It doesn't need an alternator, but it has a bearing noise coming from the alternator.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you can drive it right now.
Yeah.
Needing an alternator
starts right up dry.
like,
it sounds mint. Motor sounds great. No miss. It sounds really nice. They put a new gas tank in it. It's like good to go.
Right. So it's a known quantity in the sense that it's already been gone through, right?
Yes.
And we know it. It's super, super clean, like one of the cleanest examples you'll find. It has already had some suspension work done to it.
Yep. It's lowered.
It has some sway bars on it.
I've got wheels right here, too. I've got wheels I can just put on there.
Your wheels would literally bolt up and look awesome on it. That's another huge plus.
See?
It has the factory roof panel bag, which that was the most exciting part about my car, because usually these things are the first thing that are ever lost about the cars. So it shows, in my mind, it shows like, okay, this was cared for.
Yeah.
Like there was
someone didn't lose it, or
you keep it right there. You have all of it together, so to speak.
This is sounding great. This is sounding like a really good idea.
Yeah, I think it's I want to learn more about that interior, that upholstery, because if that's factory, that's
you took a picture of that tag, right?
How unique it is. Yes, I did. We should look the option codes up.
Can you put it into ChatGPT quick and see if it tells us?
Yeah, there's a whole thing for looking at the option.
Okay, now so that's all the reasons to buy it. None of them have to do with.
Here's the other thing. No, I'm not done though.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to lose money. You're not going to lose money on it.
Much.
I don't think you're going to lose money on it.
Okay.
So there's no downside, and you can't find your keys to your other car, Chris.
That's
the
main thing right there.
You need to buy it, right?
And I'm thinking,
no other option.
They're not worth that much money. They're not expensive. Sometimes expensive to work on, but they're not. And I think what I would do is I would drive it through the winter, scout with it, drive it, and then probably just sell it. After that would be what I would probably do. I really kind of feel bad driving this 300E in the winter because it's so cherry.
Just so
every single thing on that car is new. Everything, and it's from California, and it's such a nice example of that car that it would be a shame. I've got a stack of record books like this freaking big. All right, now talk me out of it.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not rare, right? So it's not like this is something you absolutely have to buy. You're not going to kick yourself for passing it up. It's not a life-changing driving experience. You've already experienced them. This isn't something, quote, new. Mm-hmm. It's red. It's not super, like, nothing about it is like very unique or rare except for that interior. I've
never owned one.
No, you've never owned one. What year is that thing supposed to be?
83.
Okay, good. That checks out.
Okay. Let me ask you this question. What would be a better car for me to scout in? Like, if we're thinking of it that way, like, I could wait and then buy something else.
Right.
Like, I don't want to do another Mercedes. I don't want to do my 911. I don't want to do an E30. Amazingly, I don't find E30s that entertaining to drive.
I don't
It's
either.
just kind of just a sedan or a coupe, and it's just kind of like,
right.
It's not that interesting to me.
And honestly, the 944 drives a lot like an E30 in my mind. Like it's better than an E30. There's nothing an E30 does better, I think, than a transactional.
You're gonna. I mean, they're significantly faster. What? I would say that the inline six and E30 engine is far superior to the engine that's in a 944. Like far superior. Come on. An M20.
Have you driven an S2 or a turbo? Like those are very quick.
I don't like turbocharged engines either, though. So that's tough for me. I don't enjoy boost lag. And I kind of want to like maybe do, what I should have done, and what I should definitely not have done, is me and Larson went up to visit the
what was
the Larson homestead. We went up to the Larson homestead just for a trip. We just went up there. Okay. We just went up there and like looked at the homestead, and his aunt is moving, so he wanted to show it to me before he moved, which is cool. It was nice to go up there and visit. On the way up there, I did a 85 mile an hour to 0 ABS induced hard slam off the road to check out a car. And what's funny, I was going to say, this is not like an emergency stop because of a deer or another car or avoiding a pedestrian. There's a car full on. It was a car for sale. I could see the neon green sign hanging from the mirror. And I apologize, Mrs. Producer, if I have not sent you pictures of this thing. I might have to dig them out myself. Let me see if I've got something that I can pull up here.
I'm trying to figure out the interior trim code for this thing is JC, which is black partial leather. So I'm thinking that is not a factory interior.
I legit don't have any photos.
It does, however, have the factory alarm system, which I noticed because the little key behind the door.
Okay, I have very little photographic evidence that any of this occurred, which is a good sign that I was having fun. Anyway, so this funny thing is Larson is so chill. He's so chill that he goes, I'm not sure we're going to make this one. We're like going to turn because it was like full. He just goes, yeah, I'm not sure we're going to make this one. And it was maybe 10 feet where I only had another 10 feet to stop and turn right because I was like, I couldn't start turning because then I would lose. The tires would just scrub and I would not be able to stop as well. So I'm like, and then he's like, I'm not sure we're going to make this one. And then it was like a jut to the right. And I see out of the corner of my eye, I see this thing. Let me share my screen here, which I think is a 74 Challenger right here. This is, and there was two of them. So the one right here, this is the 500. This is like I do not know Mopar from a hole in my head. Okay. So I don't know anything, but I know that this is a little early. I love how the grill goes around the whole, or the bumper is the whole engine grill. Yeah. It's kind of neat. It's.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize that. There's no bumper underneath the.
One was like a small block 2-barrel thing, and that was the one on the left, but which was nicer. And then the one on the right had the bigger engine, and but it was rusty. But they both kind of had like this kind of like cool look to them. What do you think? One of the nicer one. What do you think it cost? 1973 Challenger with a 320 something. I don't know. I have no clue.
I mean, you're gonna be 10 grand plus at least.
It's 15 grand, dude.
Yeah,
15 grand.
Yeah.
And it's funny is the guy that owns the place pulls up with a trailer. He goes, I got the keys right here. That's what he doesn't say. Hey, how's it going? Anything. I've got the keys right here.
Right here. Let's go.
And they were kind of this awful brown color. And I was thinking, if it was white,
if it was yellow,
no way. No chance. If it was white, you kind of think about it for a second. You kind of just you just start thinking about it.
Black,
but again, cool. These are 72 and a 73, so these are gas crisis cars. they are toilets. They make no power. They're slow as shit, and they're just a product of that time, which makes me kind of like, because then you're going to find a 440 with a manual transmission, and you're down thousands and thousands of dollars into this car.
Oh yeah.
And then you're trying to, I mean, even the drums were painted red on the front. So it's 4-wheel drums.
Ooh,
so then you got to find a disc conversion. You have to all this stuff. And pretty soon you're underwater by $1 million. Just like RJ is with his Barracuda they bought down in on the East Coast.
Yeah.
By the time he gets done with that thing, he's going to have to live in an apartment. I think these Mopar is just expensive, dude. I don't know what it is, but Mopar costs money. And I don't. Why?
People love them.
Why?
People love them.
Why do they cost more money? What's the premium for? Is it pop culture? Is it performance? It's
a Hemi.
It just seems like Mopar people are insufferable. And this comes from a guy who is not in that world. Like, I'm not.
You either get a Mopar or you get a slow car.
Okay. That's how it goes. All right. I completely understand. Okay. So we saw,
there's no actual.
What was the point of talking about going up there? Anyway, we went up there.
Because that was your alternative to buying that because you can't buy your keys.
So like,
it's
I kind of go,
or it's a Mopar.
Should I find something like that to scout?
Definitely not. No.
Why not? Why not?
I don't know.
Is it just
they're not good handling cars. For the type of driving we do, they are not made for that.
They're not.
They're highway cruisers. And
that's why Mitch's car is cool. His Mercury, his Cougar is cool.
But you have to set it up as such. Like, you need to spend a lot of money on like custom,
Fox body Mustang parts and all this stuff.
Yeah, like Mustang 2 front ends and like tubular everything and, roll bars that aren't supposed to be on the car. And, it's.
But I just want something that when you floor it, it just goes like this.
Well, the 2-barrel will not do that.
No, it would not.
And also that means it will not actually corner then, because that's just on loose leaf springs.
Oh,
you can't have both. You can't have a car that handles well and does the frame twist. That's not.
Yeah, it is interesting watching Ian and his Camaro, which is like largely stock. You can lose him with the 911 pretty fast.
Oh yeah,
but I'm assuming he's having the time of his life back there. He says he's having a good time.
Sure. Yeah.
Ian is one of the rally guys, and he's got like a 67 or 68 Camaro Super Sport. And the thing's rad.
It's a 69.
Yellow.
Get it right. It's a 69.
I don't know, dude. I don't. So that's kind of one of the things I want to do. Is I want to
not
like
a Copo.
Experience.
It's a 69, but yeah. So
I want to experience other worlds.
Yeah, I get that. That's
and
fine.
This.
I think that same attitude of like how much fun he's having, like trying to just like hustle the thing, like
yeah.
Then drive the van. That's what I was doing this whole last fall.
Speaking of the van.
Yes. Oh, I'm not done yet because I thought of something else of why you should buy this 944 besides you need a car that has keys for it. Is I still have a horde of cool parts. So looking at the option sheet, most of them were power steering, power assist cars, right?
Yep.
The steering rack I have that I haven't sold yet, that I still have up in storage, is the super rare, super like everyone wants it, non-assisted rack.
Are you just giving me all these parts?
No. And then I also have the super rare,
so I'm just your
all
Patsy.
Original glass Saratoga top, right? So then it's actually like a sunroof. Yeah. And what else do I have? I have like a spare radiator. I have all sorts of spare fun stuff.
I'm not buying a single thing from you. Nothing. I will buy 0 parts from you. My goal would be to put my wheels on this and do literally as little as possible.
You might need the wheel spacers that I have then.
I can buy spacers on the internet.
Yeah, but not the factory Porsche part wheel spacers.
No, but our friends at H&R who make awesome stuff, I could buy them from them. And I could not buy anything from you since you're trying to literally pawn off everything on me.
It's the definition what? Also, though, so you're going to put your Fuchs on it because it would look great. And then, because you're going to drive it in the winter, you should get some Hakkapelitas for the factory wheels. Right? Friends at Nokian Tires. Of course, the actual inventor, they created the winter tire. So they have their Hakkapelita, which is, I can't even see you. What are you doing? You're hefting a tire.
I got my tire right here. I'm ready to go for winter. You know, we got to put these on the. We got to put these on the 4MATIC right here, man.
Wait,
the Mercedes.
That's a brand new set with the sticker?
This is my brand new set of Nokian's all-weather hot. Or these are snow.
Remember when I just asked you? I was like, "Oh, are we? Yeah, we still got the inside hook on." You're like, "Oh, I don't know." Meanwhile, Kris is just getting all the tires. All the tires. Don't share the wealth. No, certainly not.
Right here. I got my Nokians. It is going to be a fantastic winter over here at the Kluhl residence.
Especially,
you know what?
With
West
a
from Nokian
50 weight distribution car.
Is a great dude. Great dude, but I don't think he's great enough to want to put his product on a yellow Cayenne.
Oh, come on. What about a yellow 924 then? Huh?
You know, that thing would probably rip on some little pizza cutter Hakas. Just like little, 165.
Yep. Oh, it'd be perfect.
Oh, it would be so fun.
Or if you want something for all weather, you of course have the Surpass AS01, which is our high performance all season tire. So it's perfectly made for something like a transactional Porsche, where you want some performance and also want to handle all of the different weather and road conditions you have. They also have your 55,000 mile warranty, the Nokian tires pothole protection. So if you happen to damage your tire beyond repair, Nokian will replace it for free. They have all sorts of awesome stuff. It is like winter season though, so I think really what everyone is going to be thinking about right now is the infamous.
Can I ask you a question?
Fun to say, even more fun to drive on. Check them out at nokiantires.com.
Here's a question for you. When do you put on your winter tires? Or when do you do that? I
have not done it yet, but usually it is like before November 1st.
Yeah, but there's like a temperature. Like if the average temperature is below 50 or 40 or 50 degrees, that's when you go. You don't have to wait until
50 degrees.
Snow. It doesn't necessarily have to do with snow. That's why it's called a winter tire.
No, it's right.
It's the compound too.
And the compounds for the actual like grip.
The biggest contrast you can have for that is if you were to take out a summer tire when it's cold, you can see that it just turns into a hockey puck. And your all season is much closer to the hockey puck than it is to a winter tire. A winter tire is a massive difference. I truly believe in them, and Nokian makes the best ones out there. All right. So 100%. Speaking of the van, Jake, the van. Ask Wes. I'm sure we can get you some tires. The van, which is fantastic. Our van is great. The Overcrest van is cool, but here's
the way I said it nicely. It is a Overcrest company asset. Therefore, it is a depreciating asset. It is becoming fully depreciated, is how I say it.
It's becoming a liability. It's only a matter of time before this thing lets us down. And it is an integral and very, very important of our operation and what we do, because we pack everything up in the van, all the stuff that we need, and it gets shipped out or driven out.
Too.
Yeah, it's full to the ceiling. You know, it's a sardine can in there.
More room. We need probably a little more reliability.
Mm-hmm. And God, we had a great day over, Jake. We had a great day over at Newgate School, didn't we?
I literally thought we were going to walk away buying 4 cars this afternoon.
Me too. And I think we might have.
We may have.
the person that does the titling was like out to lunch or something, so we didn't do it. But we're going to go back on Wednesday and spend all of our money. Hey, Mrs. Producer, can you turn your microphone on and let me know what you think of this?
That says it all. That says it all. Thank you.
Before we get into the replacement for the van, Mrs. Producer, what do you think of the 944 purchase now that you have heard it for the very first time? Why?
But he can't find his keys.
Who? What about the yellow one?
See? Yeah, thanks. It's okay. Great.
Well, it's ugly is a very predictable response from a producer. I guess we would say.
From a woman.
All right, turn your mic. I don't like you anymore.
To say,
I
which
muted
was very
her.
Offensive.
Yeah. She's I muted her. She's gone.
Anyways,
all right.
Back to my excitement. Back to my excitement.
Yes. So here we go. This is Jake Solberg, and we don't. Nothing's for sure yet. So we're happy to hear your opinions. The Drivers Club will be able to weigh in on this as we zoom out. There's your rug, your 70s rug. I don't know if that's a 70s rug, Jake.
I don't know. It screams 70s to me. Just the colors, the vibe.
This is you can go to an exterior shot if you could, please, Mrs. Producer.
This is a 1995
E350 Ford ambulance. And I kind of laughed about this a little bit. And then we started to look around and go, wait a second. This thing has power. It has storage up the wazoo from the inside and the outside. It could tow a car, which would save us. I mean, Overcrest's biggest expense is moving cars around.
Yep.
And obviously the answer then is, we'll just drive the stupid thing. But it's just not.
That's time cost then too.
It makes sometimes it makes another 3 days on the top of what is already 7 or 8 days. And doing that 3 times a year, it's very, very hard. I still very much enjoy road trips and stuff like that, but it's just when you're trying to put on an event and you're trying to do this for the community, taking another 3 or 4 days on both ends of things, 2 to 4 days, just doesn't work. Then you're taking 7. You're gone for almost 2 weeks, 3 times a year, and you just can't. Which is kind of makes me sad.
So the solution,
travesty, but yes. So the solution was we ship the cars and we fill the van up full of our crap and we ship it all and then we fly out there. Yeah. That's what we do. That's how it has to be.
Yes.
You can talk shit all you want, but that's the way it is. As much
yeah.
Oh no.
Let's go. Yes.
Dude, that's got to be thousands of dollars to make something look like
not
that.
At all. It's just some big tires and
what I do like about this is it does show you what you can do with the lights, because you want to like get rid of all the ambulance lights and stuff like that, because it's just not.
But that
looks
not good. Great.
Dude, ours is a ambulance. Hey, I'm already speaking like it's ours. This ambulance is a dually too, so it's a 1-ton dually.
Yep.
With the 7.3 liter Power Stroke diesel, which is that the same motor that's in your truck?
No, mine's the 6.0, which is the one everyone likes to hate on, but it's got the quote bulletproof mods done to it, so it's fine.
So the one in the van is better. It's better. It's the 7.3. That's the one you want, right?
It depends who you talk to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just say yes because it's cool.
Yes, Chris. Correct.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Ooh. See, you can do interesting things with these. Although I don't know that we would do a ton. Like all the storage and stuff that's there is great for all the stuff that we need to bring with us for the rally.
I especially love all the like blood splatter everywhere, and
there's no blood splatter in the.
I know.
In there.
It is weird having like medical devices and.
Well, yeah, obviously you'd pull out the oxygen stuff and the blood storage and all these other things. You get rid of this. You get rid of this stuff. But I think it would be good. And I was trying to think about, like, why do I think an ambulance is cool? Because if you tried to sell me on a 1995 E350 van,
right,
there's no world in which I would want one of those. None.
Yeah.
I don't think they look cool. It's just a van.
That gray one looked really cool.
Gray
did?
Yeah, it did.
That we just saw
so
the
then,
of? Yeah.
So then why is an ambulance kind of neat? Why does it like...
Because it's just like silly. It's silly, Chris.
It's what it is, isn't it? It's like silly. The kid in us a little bit.
Yeah.
It's the kid.
Well, that one's too new. But I do like the idea of the roof rack on top of the cab. See, there's some fun stuff we could do.
There's some fun stuff we could do.
So to keep it silly, you kind of have to lean into the ambulance.
I don't want to lean in. I want to just...
I know.
I want to just be...
We can make it
too much.
The camberlance. The camberlance.
Camber? What?
Look at the camera.
Camberlance. No, absolutely not. Yeah. But the good news is it's a 1-ton dually truck. We could tow 1 or 2 cars with it. It could potentially save Overcrest a ton of money, which, would be really, really, really nice.
We could sleep in it. We could.
Well, you could sleep in it for sure. I don't want to sleep in there.
I'm probably just gonna keep the van here so I can sleep in it because oh, look at that! There's a rooftop.
Oh my God. Jake, if you bring this ambulance to my house, I guarantee you Nikki is going to call me and tell me that you will be sleeping in that ambulance.
Yeah, I know. If I bring it home. Yeah, if I bring
No
this
way.
home.
No
Oh, it's
way.
done.
It's
It's
over.
done.
It's over.
And I 100% would blame you. I mean, I don't know. Chris brought it over here. I wasn't even expecting this thing to show up. I didn't know anything about it.
You're going to throw me under the ambulance is what you're going to do.
Yep. You're going to need the ambulance.
No, you are. Anyway. That's it, guys. That's all we have time for today. We will keep you updated on what's going on the Drivers Club. Everybody already knew about all this stuff. If you were a member of the Drivers Club, you would be on the Discord hanging out, chatting about...
And you know why Chris is wearing a different shirt than earlier.
Yes.
And
catch up
all sorts of fun inside knowledge for as little as $5 a month. Become part of... It literally is a community, which I think is kind of the coolest part. Like, there's perks, of course, but it's a community, which is awesome.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Help us buy the ambulance, I guess is how you can look at this. If
we
you
could
want
do
us
a thing like you get your name on like an inside door or something. Drivers Club members get their name on the ambulance.
Here's the deal. If you are $10 or more Drivers Club member, I will personally make sure that your name is visible on this ambulance. Like on the rear door or something, we'll like engrave it with like we'll engrave everybody's name permanently on the van. I will make sure.
Oh boy.
This is everybody's going to up to their $10 a month from $5, and then we won't even buy the ambulance. I have no idea what's going to happen.
I was going to say, let's not make promises.
I have a sneaking suspicion that this ambulance could legitimately happen. I feel like you got to talk it over with Jeff and stuff, but
makes sense. I think, yeah. Oh, and if you're part of the Drivers Club, then you get first dibs on buying the old Overcrest van.
Oh, yeah. What would we do? I wonder if anybody would want that. You think anybody would want that thing?
Oh, come on. It's a piece of history, Chris.
It is a piece of history.
It's cool.
It is a piece of history.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
if anybody wants the Overcrest van, let us know.
Priceless.
Let us know. You heard it here first. All right, guys. That's all we got for this week. We will see you next time with updates on the van. We'll see you then.
Take care.